In a matter of less than a week, we went from this to that. This is Eric, and welcome to Ghana Bakweku YouTube channel, where we document the building process for our dream home in Ghana, West Africa. We hope that you find the content we share helpful, encouraging, and hopefully educating as well. One of the things I did on my last visit to Ghana after Mom's burial, with with a week that I had after Mom's burial, I think it was actually like a week and a half after we buried Mom, I was able to do some work on site. And one of the things that I really wanted to do before I left was putting the electric fence up, which we did. We managed to put the electric fence up before I left. The only problem was that we did not have electricity to site, so we could not power the electric fence. All the work was done. We just needed ECG to give us a meter, and that took a while. So what we decided to do, we knew it was going to take a while anyway because of everything that we'd heard on how long of a wait people have. And then we came to find out later on that the wait really was for people who wanted to get the prepaid meter. The postpaid meters they didn't have that much of a wait. I don't know if that's true all around, but that is what I know from our experience. Now, um, because we could not power the electric fence without getting an electricity on site, unless we really wanted to do solar right away. I didn't think it was secure enough to do that, especially since the electric fence was not powered. Was we decided that we were going to start doing the electrical wiring in the main house, so that when we get to a good point and there was no problems with that, we'll go ahead and apply for the meter or push for the application for the meter. Because one of the things that they had to do was come to site and make sure we had a place that they could, connect the power or the meter to, right? So we need a meter board and all of that stuff. So I was under the illusion, or was it maybe I think it's wishful thinking, was in the beginning, but hindsight, it was an illusion, that with the security fence, sorry, with the electric fence up, just the mere sight that it was there might deter people. And I came to find out later that I couldn't be, further away from wrong. So I wake up one Sunday morning and I realized that I'd missed some calls on WhatsApp. And it was my electrician, Enoch. I opened his message and saw that he tried to call me. And he said, please call me. That was kind of scary to me. Please call me. It was kind of weird that it would come across that way, in his message that way. It sounded like there was some desperation. So I got on the phone and got a hold of him. And he broke it to me that the electricals that we had worked on upstairs, right? We only started with upstairs because we felt like if we did upstairs, we could close it off while doing work downstairs and no one would have to go upstairs and walk on the cables and break them. So that was the plan. But here we are, all the work that we did, someone came, cut off what they could cut off, pulled what they could pull, and left us with a mishap, a sorrowful mishap. Um, as painful as it was, I got reassured. Not necessarily, I think being reassured is the wrong way to put it, but there was a little bit of, I'm not alone when I saw our big sister Tilly to the Top's video where the damage they did to her was worse than ours, right? Because we didn't have any materials on site for them to steal. We didn't have any, bundled wires, right? So what they could get a hold of was the wires that we'd already pulled, right? We'd already installed. And for the most part, they did us in, but they left some they couldn't pull, so they left those. But anything that was easy for them to get a hold of, they did. And how did they get in? They cut electric fence in the back. There was a little, pillar in the back where they could stand on. They stood on that, climbed over, and did whatever they had to do. That is one story that we had. Another part of me says, is this an inside job? I don't know, right? Um, we can only be, hopeful that it wasn't an inside job. But this changed um, our 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 plan for the project, and what we ended up doing rather was focus on the security post, right? Because we figured if we made the security post secure enough, make it so someone can stay there. We have light on site. Someone can stay in that security post. Um, you know, one of my little cousins could stay there. One of my little brothers could stay there. You know, someone that we could trust on site, family, right? Hopefully, you know, then we know that the place is secure enough. There is light, and we can also arm the electric fence. So if they get zapped for attempting to jump over the fence or come to steal from us, it's not our fault. So that's what we did. We got ECG to come and give us a meter. We got a three phase. Um, what we did was we had them pull. We got a pole, so they pulled from the pole across the street from us to this new pole that we got, and then they dropped the line to the meter, which was on the meter board attached to um, the security post. And with that, we got a security post, electricity to the security post. Um, and we are currently working on arming the electric fence, which I'll be bringing to you in a subsequent video. So, what is the takeaway from this video? Yeah, you can plan. Sometimes the plans won't go the way you want them to go. Um, I think these things are part of building. I'm yet to see anyone or find anyone who said I built from scratch and nothing happened. Everything went smoothly, right? The plan was to spend more money focusing on the main house first, right? Idea being if we could work on the main house, then the main house would drive the project, right? Because what I really, really don't want is for us to put more time and effort into the security post, make it look good, right? But then it forces the outlook on the main project. I didn't want that, right? Which is why you will see here that even the doors to the security post are kind of temporary doors for now, right? I want us to be able to get to a point where the house is the one dictating the look, right, of the property, not the security post, right? Doing it for the house to copy. So that's our takeaway. Takeaway is this: look, these things will happen, but don't let them break you down, right? I'm not saying be happy wasting money or losing money on a project, right? But the best way to go about it so the shocks are not that much is for you to over budget, right? If you over budget, then you can sit back and say, I lost something, but it's not as much as I could have, right? It's always a good thing. Imagine if we'd wired the downstairs and the upstairs, right? Um, then we'd have lost more money. The plan was to do the upstairs, right? So that we could be able to use that as a point for ECG to give us electricity to the main house, right? Then we'll use that to power the electric fence, right? But because of what happened, we had to think twice. Unless the electric fence is powered, we cannot go back to wiring the main house, right? That is really what we learned from it, right? I wish we'd known from jump so we didn't have to lose any money, but sometimes it is what it is, right? And through this, the two people who are on site, I let them go, right? Because, like I said earlier in the video, part of it makes me think this is an inside job, right? Because our wall is so tall from the inside. I wonder how they were able to, like, jumping into the yard. That I'm not, really surprised because of this pole right here, this block right here that now we've taken down. they could stand on that and scale the fence wall and get inside. Coming back the other way, that would be problematic, right? That would be problematic. Also, if you look closely, you'll notice that the the short wall that I was saying could be their leverage to get over the fence. That's not where the wire was cut. The wire was cut a little lower to the right, as you can see here in this video, which lines up with where the workbenches were on the inside, which means the job was done on the inside, right? Um, I don't know. There are all these theories that keep going through my head, but I won't dwell on them, right? I learn from it, we'll move forward. Till next time, thanks again for watching our videos. Hopefully you learn from our mistakes. Hopefully you don't make what we made, right? This is the purpose of our channel, right? To share mishaps when they come, right? To share wins when they come. Another big win here is that now we have electricity sooner than we thought.